All right, so I'm here with Ashley. Ashley, how old are you?
On the 13th, I'll be 41. So, birthday's coming up. Yeah.
Are you originally from Arizona?
No.
Where are you from originally?
Northern Virginia.
What'd you say?
Northern Virginia.
Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been in Arizona?
April would be 7 years. So yeah. I moved here in 2015.
And what brings you out here?
To Arizona?
Yeah.
An idiot.
So you came with a boyfriend or something like that?
Well, he already lived here. He asked me to move here. He was born and raised here. Yes, we're still together, and yes, he's still an idiot. That's any guy.
What's your current situation right now? Are you homeless?
Yes, I would. Yes. Okay, I'm houseless.
Yeah.
Because they say that home is where your heart is, and my heart is right here and with him, so.
Are you staying on the streets?
Right now, yeah.
Where do you sleep at night? Do you sleep in a tent or do you go to shelters or what
But
do you do?
it's not really a tent per se. It's something that we built, but it's like a tent, I guess. But it's weatherproof, it's rainproof, it's windproof. You know, we've got a little what do you call it? Camp. Like we've dug out a spot for fire, so we've got heat, we've got cooking, everything you need. Just no electricity.
Yeah. So what do you guys do out here to survive? How do you guys get your meals? How do you guys get your money?
Well, I mean, I get food stamps, so that provides food and or money because you can always sell them. As far as money, I had a job doing a mobile car wash, where we go to the dealerships, and we go in and spray the cars down and wipe them off and make sure they're shining. But right now we're not working because my boss blew the engine in his truck, so he's having to either get a new truck or another engine, whichever one is cheaper. So until he gets that situated, I'm not working right now. So for money, I hustle, do little boosting here and there, and other things.
What about substances? Do you mess with the blues or G?
I do, and I wish I never had.
Which one? Is it blues or G?
Blues. The G is not really a problem. It's not something that I'm dependent on, so I could take it or leave it. But the blues are something I regret. Curiosity did kill the cat, but it's not going to be that much longer because I've lost too many friends.
How many friends have you lost off the blues?
That I know of? At least 5 that I know of. There's still the ones that you lost touch with that you don't know.
How dangerous is it living out here on the streets?
I guess it can be. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, it is pretty dangerous, and especially here because girls go missing all the time.
Yeah.
From what I've been told, they can pull up right next to you and snatch you off the streets in the blink of an eye, and nobody would even notice. And people die every day. Just yesterday, a friend of mine's son was murdered. My best friend was murdered. My friend Mario, he was murdered.
What was that over? Your friend's son?
I don't know. I don't know the whole story. All I know is I was told yesterday that they killed him. And knowing his dad, it was probably over drugs.
How do the cops treat you guys out here?
Like shit. We are the scum of the earth. They hate us, and they don't even know why. It doesn't matter how good you are, how nice you are to them, how much you even help them. It doesn't matter. We're pieces of shit, and that's that.
Is there a lot of resources out here in Tucson if you wanted to get off the streets?
Yeah, there are. They just don't tell you about it. They don't talk about it. It's something that you gotta find out for yourself. But if you look into it, there are a lot of resources. There's a lot of places that you can go, and a lot of ways to get help. You just have to want it. And that's the biggest part.
And you guys don't have an area where you guys can pitch your tents and it'll be all right?
Nope.
Because in Phoenix they have something like that in downtown where you could just go and pitch your tent.
Nope. Every place.
It won't bother you.
Every place that anyone sets up camp, you're run out of. I just saw the other day online. There's an article, and it's asking people to report homeless camps so that they can be torn down. Because we don't deserve to live. Why should we? It's not fair. We're people too.
What do you think we could do to deal with the homelessness problem that we're having out here in Arizona?
First things first, open up lines of communication, talking to each other. 'Cause right now, that's what nobody's doing, is talking. I think that's the biggest thing.
What do you see more of out here? Is it drug abuse or mental illness?
It's kind of geez. I guess the most would be, I don't know, because I see a lot of both. There's a lot of mental illness. People that have problems, and it's easier to not deal with them, to just kick them out into the streets and look the other way. And those people aren't on medication, so they medicate with drugs. So it's kind of a catch-22, really.
Do you have any family out here in Tucson?
No.
Where's all your family?
In Virginia.
Do they know what you're going through right now? That you're in the streets?
Nope.
Do you keep in contact with them?
No.
Why don't you let them know?
It's embarrassing. And I don't want to be a burden.
Do you have any kids?
I have two.
They're in Virginia as well?
No, they're in Georgia. Yeah. As far as I know, my daughter, who just turned 17, is with her dad and his family. And my son, who just turned 21, is with his adopted mother and her family. No, they don't know either.
All right, well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. Are you okay with me putting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And just in case some of my subscribers want to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share? Like an email or anything like that?
I don't.
Okay, and just in case one of your loved ones, if they get to see this interview, what would you like to tell them?
That I love them, and I'm sorry, and I'm gonna do better and be better. And if anything happens to me, I already have it set that they'll be notified. They won't have to wonder what if. But most important, I love you guys.